Today's topic, as you can see, is horizontal and vertical lines. Okay, so horizontal lines, okay, think of the horizon, okay, the ones that go across. Basically, in general, the slope is 0 of a horizontal line, and the equation of the line is going to be y equals some kind of number. So for example, like y equals -5. So on my y-axis, I just go down to -5, and I draw myself a horizontal line. Okay, here's another one, y equals 2. So on my on my y-axis, okay, because y equals 2, I go up to 2, and then I'm going to draw myself a horizontal line. Okay, here's another example, y equals -8. Vertical lines, the slope is undefined, and the equation is going to be x equals a number. For example, x equals 3. So on my axis, I go over to 3, I draw myself a vertical line. Here would be x equals 7. Go over to 7, draw a vertical line. Here's x equals -6. Okay, so if we had to write the equation of this line, we would say, well, it's a horizontal line, so that means it's y equals something. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay? That means that y is going to equal 8, and my slope is going to be 0 because it's a horizontal line. Okay, here's a vertical line, so that means it's x equals a number. In this case, x would be 2, and my slope would be undefined. Okay. All right, here we have a horizontal line. Now, another way to look at this, okay, is if you think of some points on this line, all right, this would be 1, 2, right? This would be 1, 2, 3, let's say 4, 2, 5, 6, 7, 2. You notice all of your y's are 2. It's another way to look at it, okay? It's a horizontal line. All my y's in every point on that line is going to be 2. And if you want to think about your slope, why is it 0? Well, if I count rise over run from here to here, I'm going up 0 and over 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. Well, 0 divided by anything is still going to be 0. That's why my slope is 0. Okay? And vice versa, okay? On a line like this, if I pick a point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so this would be -8, -1. This would be -8, 1. Every point on this line, the x is going to equal -8, always, okay? And my slope is undefined. Now, why is it undefined? Well, if I counted from point to point, if I go up whatever number, I'm going to be going over 0. Well, you can't divide something into no parts, okay? If you were to try this on a calculator, it would come up as an error. You can't do it. So the vocabulary word they came up with for that is called undefined. Okay, so again, it's a vertical line, so it's going to be x equals something, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, x equals 9. If it's a vertical line, my slope is undefined. Okay, here's a horizontal line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's y equals -5, and it's horizontal, so my slope is 0. Okay, if it's right on the axis, okay, well, it's a vertical, so it's x equals a number. Right in here is going to be x equals 0. Okay, so like 0, 1, 0, 2. All my x's are 0. And then my slope, because it's a vertical line, is going to be undefined. Okay, so here we're going to do the reverse. I'm going to ask you to actually graph the line. So if it's y equals -7, that's a horizontal line at -7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I just draw my line. Okay, if I asked for the slope, you'd say the slope is 0. X equals 1, that's a vertical line at 1, so I go over on my x-axis to 1, and I just draw myself a line. And if I asked for the slope, you'd say it's undefined. Okay, this one has an extra step in that we have to get x by itself. So 5 times what gets me -30? Well, if I divide by 5, x equals -6, so that's a vertical line at -6. Okay, and again, if I ask for the slope, undefined. And I think that's our, nope, not quite yet. So if x equals 0, let's use a different color, that's gonna be a vertical, and it's gonna be right on your axes. Okay, and one more. So we'll divide by -9 to get y by itself, so y would equal 9, so I have a horizontal line at 9, and my slope would be 0.